Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to our 6th Ladies Empowerment call, and this is a really great call tonight. So we've got 2 wonderful ladies. We have Alyssa Higgins, who's out in Philly, and Megan Osisko, who is in Alexandria, Virginia, right across from Washington, D.C. So they are going to share with you tonight about word choices, words that you should use or not use, give you some substitutions instead, and also when sharing your story, how not to say too much. So they're going to show you the difference between a 30-second story and a 2-minute story, and which one is appropriate to use, and also give you some scenarios of a 3-way phone call, how to introduce someone on, and how to finish one up. So they've worked really hard on this, and I know that they are going to do a great job. So I hope you have your pens and pencils ready and your journals, and you're ready to take some notes, because I'm going to hand it over to them right away and let them get started. So go for it.
Sounds good. Thanks, Nicole. My picture going to come up here? Am I up?
You're up.
Oh, okay. It doesn't come up on mine. I still see you, Nicole. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to share with you guys, like Nicole said, about word choices, which is super important. And when you're first starting out, this is going to be one of the most important things that you can practice and do on your own, because you only have, one chance to talk to somebody and one chance to make a really good first impression. So practicing and knowing what you're going to say and how you're going to say it from the very beginning will just allow you to have less trial and error on people and just get more wins right off the bat, which is all of our goals. So just a few key points when you're sharing with somebody is people are moved by story, emotional message 90% of the time. People are moved by facts about 10% of the time, and people are moved by a neutral story 0% of the time. So really what that says is people are going to follow your excitement, your enthusiasm, your just emotion overall, and you just need to be strong and confident in what we have here. And when you're talking to the new person, just portray that confidence and that excitement in what you have to them. So the goal of what we're going to do is we're just going to walk you guys through a few different scenarios, and we're going to go through a good and bad, and then after that we're going to break down just the key points and the key takeaways from each situation. So the goal, first of all, of any of the conversations that you have is to get that person to the next step. So your goal is to get the person that you're talking to in front of somebody who knows more about Avocare than you do, to move them through the success system. So if you're starting with a text message or a Facebook message, which I feel like a lot of times is how we connect with people nowadays, then your goal is to get them on the phone as quickly as possible. Get it offline and just get them on the phone. If you're on the phone with somebody and you're introducing and sharing, your story for the first time, then your goal is going to be to get them to send them over a product sample and to set up a 3-way call with your sponsor. And if you're on a 3-way call with somebody, then your goal from there is to get them to get off the phone and have a plan for them going forward, and to figure out how they're going to get started and what's best for them with Avocare. So we're going to start with your 30-second story. And the key parts when you're building your 30-second story, there's 4 key parts to it, which many of us have known, but we're just going to go over them quickly. The first one is where you were, what you saw, what happened, and where you're going. So again, it's where I was, what I saw, what happened, and where I'm going. So Meg and I are going to just walk you guys through one of our examples. Go ahead, Meg.
Cool. So, hey, Alyssa, you look awesome. What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh, thanks. No, don't. I started on Avocare, and it's the best products ever. They're the best products on the planet. If you're on any medication at really get off of it just from starting on these products. I drink dark stuff every day. It's powder and it's like all natural, so it just means it's really good. You could probably call it organic too. And I am on this program, the Girl, is called 180. So I'm not going to be drinking any alcohol or eating any ice cream the whole summer. So now is a great time for you to get started. And we drink shakes a lot, and so you don't even have to worry about meal prepping. It's just so good that you can just drink shakes all day long. So can we get you signed up and get started? You can look as good as me.
No thanks, Lissa. I think I'll pass.
Okay, cool. So our next situation or scenario is going to be a little bit better. Go ahead, May.
All right. So, hey, Alyssa, you look awesome. What's been going on with you?
Thanks, Meg. A lot has changed for us. Matt and I have been taking the Advocare products and have really changed the way that we eat. Matt lost 20 pounds in his first 3 months of taking the products. He's now down a total of 40 pounds, and he's kept it off for over 5 years now. Myself, personally, I lost 4% body fat in the first 3 months of taking the Advocare products, and I now have the energy to keep up with my little man as he runs around like crazy. We're helping others to learn really how to fuel themselves and just get the most out of their days on a day-to-day basis. Does any of that interest you?
Yeah, that would be great. I could really use some more energy.
Awesome. So do you have just some more time that we could talk maybe later this week?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right. Perfect. So just with your 30-second story, this is normally going to take place when you're just like running into somebody and it's not a big phone conversation that you're having. It's going to be like it's your elevator story. It's your just brief running into somebody's story. So the keys are you just want to cut the fluff and always stick to those 4 basic points. You don't want to use any Advocare lingo, such as your sponsor or your upline, any pin levels. Nobody is going to understand what that means, but you and Advocare. You don't want to make any medical claims, saying kind of like direct sales or high-level marketing. A lot of times will turn people off, so just try to avoid any of it. You want to use appropriate time frames. So as you can tell in the second one, I said how Matt has lost 40 pounds over the 3 months. So he didn't lose 40 pounds in 10 days. You're not setting unrealistic expectations for people. And then you just want to build your story library. So you want to, starting out, you're going to want to master your own story. And then from there, you always want to have 2 other stories in your back pocket at least. And the more that you are in Advocare, the more that you're going to have a story to relate to each person, whether it be weight loss or energy, performance, your business story, somebody else's business story, depending on their occupation. So you really just always want to have a 30-second story for whoever you're talking to. You can prepare ahead of time if you know you're going to be seeing somebody. All right, Meg's going to take us through the next one.
Cool. Thank you. So now I'm going to talk about more of sharing your 2-minute story. So your 30-second story may be just something a little bit more on the fly, but your 2-minute story, you're being a lot more intentional with what you're saying. And so I've set this up with this scenario. So like Alyssa said, a lot of times we connect with people via text message or over Facebook, and we want to take that conversation offline as quick as possible. So I reached out to my friend Sally, who's a college friend, and the message looks something like this. So, hey, Sally, I saw you've been getting into a new workout routine. I'd love to share something with you that might be of interest. Do you have a couple of minutes tonight that I can give you a call? So Sally agreed, and here I am calling her. So thanks, Sally. Thanks for letting me give you a call tonight and tell you about this awesome new thing I'm doing with a company called Advocare. Have you heard of them?
No, I haven't. What is it?
Oh my gosh, you haven't heard of Advocare? All right. Well, anyways, they're a direct sales company that I got signed up under my friend from college 5 years ago. She's my sponsor. I drink this stuff called Spark every morning and take a bunch of vitamins. I'm an advisor now, and I help other people do the same thing. I'm silver, but my friend Alyssa, my upline, she's gold. And then I know people who are platinum. So I'm hoping to quit my job in the next year and just do AdvoCare, and I can help you do the same exact thing, especially if you hate your job. So do you know anyone else that needs to lose weight? Because I can definitely help anyone lose like 20 to 30 pounds in 24 days. And how about you just sign up tonight and go to 40% in my downline? How does that sound?
Sounds, I don't really know about that, Meg. Thank you, though.
Well, wait, hold on. Really, I need to get you on the phone with my sponsor, Alyssa. So can you talk tomorrow at 8 o'clock?
Oh, I just had something come up tomorrow at 8, actually.
All right. So we'll end that bad example and head right into the good one. So same scenario. Hi, Sally. Thanks for taking the time to talk tonight. I saw you've been getting into a new workout routine, and I wanted to share a little bit about AdvoCare and its products. Have you ever been introduced?
No, I haven't. What is it?
So like I said, I thought of you because I saw that you've been getting into a new workout routine, and AdvoCare is a nutrition wellness company that offers solutions for individuals in the areas of health, wellness, and finances. Would it be okay if I shared with you how I got started and what I'm currently doing to help others?
Yeah, totally. Thanks.
So I was introduced to AdvoCare just about 5 years ago when I was working my first job as a personal trainer out of college. So my friend called me up and shared how she was earning an extra income each month while working as a health and physical education teacher. It was great timing for me because I was getting into the real world and learning what it was like to have to pay bills and be on my own. So having an additional source of income really caught my attention. I personally got started on products and also began coaching my close family and friends through a popular program called the 24-Day Jumpstart. Many of them got great results of losing inches, increasing energy, and improving their workouts. Over the course of the year, staying on products, making better food choices, and incorporating exercise, my mom dropped 3 dress sizes and has kept it off since. And more recently, my brother, who is already an active individual, lost 30 pounds over 6 months and is now working to put on some muscle. I'm still a personal trainer, so I've continued to support and educate individuals on proper nutrition and supplements throughout the years using AdvoCare's products, but it's given me some flexibility and breathing room when it comes to saving and added expenses. I recently moved from Cleveland to the DC area, and the cost of living is crazy. But having that extra source of income has been a huge stress relief in my transition, especially with rent each month. So I know I shared quite a bit with you, but does anything about the products or the opportunity AdvoCare has to offer interest you?
Yeah, I think it actually might. Sounds awesome that you're helping people get back on track with their health and nutrition. I could definitely use some more info on the products because I'm going to the gym all the time and I'm really not seeing the results that I feel like I should be.
Yeah, I'd be happy to share some more information. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to send you a short video on the 24-Day Jumpstart to give you a better idea of what the program entails. I'd also like to connect you right away with my friend Alyssa and mentor who's helped me get off to the right start and maximize my results. Would tomorrow at 8 p.m. or Wednesday at noon be a better time to follow up?
I work tomorrow evening, so Wednesday would be good.
Awesome. I will give you a call Wednesday at 12, and let's get you rolling.
Thanks, Meg. Appreciate it. All right, I will talk to you Wednesday.
All right, so obviously in that first one, I basically advo vomited all over Sally. We do not want to use inside lingo on an outside world. So for example, silver, gold, platinum, ruby, emerald, sponsor, upline, downline, under me, just sounds unattractive. And you're not going to get the best response. You also want to make sure that you're not stating any claims or false pretenses when it comes to income. So you want to stick to shorter time frames when it comes to people's results and what they've done in addition to incorporating the AdvoCare products, whether that be exercise, good nutrition, and then also, sharing what your income has gone towards. So potentially for me, it's been going to our higher rent, and that's been a good stress relief for me. So the goal of your 2-minute story is to pique interest. It's to be the preview to the movie, who's going to be your sponsor or upline that's going to share more. I define the next step of sharing a product, or you can use a shareable. We have some great tools on the website as far as the 24-day jumpstart video or some more business stories as well. And then obviously moving into a 3-way call with our sponsor or mentor. I also lastly gave them 2 options availability, so I didn't pigeonhole into her time frame. I let her choose, showing respect for her own time and then also my own to set that follow-up time. So right from here, I'm going to transition right into that 3-way call. We're going to use the same scenario. It's Wednesday at 12 p.m. And my next job is going to be setting the stage for the 3-way call. So starting off, I've got Alyssa and both Sally on the phone, and we're going to get started. So, hi, Sally. This is my upline, Alyssa.
Cool.
Anyone there? Alyssa? Hey, Sally? All right. We'll just end that one right there because Alyssa's giving me devil eyes through the phone. All right. So I've, how I usually set up our 3-way calls, a good thing and a good habit to practice is to set the stage with your prospect. So whether that be a couple minutes beforehand or prior to the call, you want to make them feel comfortable. So you also want to make sure they've potentially watched what you've sent over to them, tried what you wanted them to try, answer any immediate questions that they have. And you'll also share with them that they'll have an opportunity to ask any additional questions to the person they're on the phone with. So I have now both Alyssa and Sally on the phone. So hi, Sally and Alyssa. I'm really happy I'm able to connect the 2 of you this afternoon. Alyssa, this is my friend Sally. She recently started a new workout routine. She's lacking some energy and wants to get some better results. So I shared with her the 24-day jumpstart video, and she's interested in hearing more. Sally, as I told you, this is my friend and mentor, Alyssa. She's helped me get off to a great start and help other people get great results using AdvoCare's products. So the goal of this call is to get your questions answered. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and turn this over to Alyssa, and she's going to take it from here.
Thanks, Meg.
All right, so I've set the stage. The key points setting up your 3-way call, set the stage and expectations, properly introducing both your prospect and sponsor to one another. You'll probably have some conversations, like I said, with both prior to the call. And then you're going to want to let your sponsor know what your prospect has seen of AdvoCare. I also said that I'm going to take myself out of the conversation and not interrupt. And I'm just going to put myself on mute and take some notes and learn from my leader.
Awesome. All right. So after the 3-way call, another key part is closing out the 3-way call. So when your leader and sponsor turns it back over to you, how are you going to finish up with your friend? And what you say there is a really, really critical part. So just a couple key points there. It's not your sponsor's part, or it's not your sponsor's job to have their next steps clearly defined for them. That's going to be your job as you jump back on the phone, as you unmute yourself. So what I like to do to finish out with somebody is I always ask them, I say, hey, Sally, thanks for your time. Was that helpful for you? And then just let them talk. And then I always like to say, what stood out to you the most? What that whoever said really struck you? And just let them talk again. And then finish with, how do you see yourself getting started with us? So that is a key point, knowing how they see themselves getting started and where they want to get started. So ideally it would be getting them set up with something from that call right away on it. If not, then you need to make sure that you have a time 24, 48 hours later before they, lose interest and move on, to get them started. And that's a key time frame. You always want to have it 24, 48 hours from the time of the three-way call to really actually be getting them started. So those just key points were, thanks for your time. And was that helpful? And then moving to what most stood out to you. And then finishing with, how do you see yourself getting started with us? So just to sum things up here on your word choices, people are really going to be buying your enthusiasm, your excitement, and your story with Avicare, whether it be yours or somebody else's. It's how you share the stories of Avicare. It's not the facts. Facts tell, stories sell. So you always want to understand who you're talking to and just relate to them and tweak everything that you're saying so that they know what's in it for them. Not just about you word vomiting and sharing what you want to share and what you called to share about, but really focusing on how what you're going to share is going to affect their life and what's in it for them overall. Really practicing here is what's going to make you good at this and what's going to give you just even better success than you're hopefully already having with Avicare. So practicing just by yourself, practicing with a significant other, whoever is willing to listen, your dog in front of your mirror, on your phone, whatever you can do just to get better and better and being more concise and precise about sharing your story. So the more you share it, the more success you will have. I can promise you that. And I hope you guys had some good takeaways from tonight. Nicole, we're going to drag over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. You girls did a great job. Lots of really important nuggets in what you shared. So I hope everybody pulled something from that. Because remember, the whole point of these lady empowerment calls is to get back to the basics, and it's for those who are kind of starting from the beginning and they don't know where to start. So, I have all of these videos available. So anybody new that comes into your organization, you're able to still share these videos with them and help them kind of see the progress. So also, I hope you guys are still working on your Yes Ladies events, because before you know it, summer's going to go by so fast. And Ladies Alive is scheduled for the last 2 weekends in September and the first one in October. And if you didn't see, I have this snazzy Rehydrate tank top for the Rehydrate incentive that's going on right now. So the girls get tank tops and the guys get t-shirts and the performance fabric. They turned out really great. So I have a gray one on, but all of the ones for you guys are black. So I hope you're working on your Rehydrate incentive. Also, the deadline for the team retreat, if anybody is wanting to go to Jamaica, you need to get your deposit completed by June 20th, which is Wednesday. So just FYI on that. So thanks again for your time this evening, and just take care, and thanks so much for being with us tonight.